From junior giant whales and elephants to offspring that are born larger than their parents, here are 12 of the biggest babies in the animal kingdom. Number 12. Shinglebacks. We'll start off with a study in proportions. These slow-moving animals are a species of blue-tongued skink found in Australia. They're known for having a heavily armoured body and a short, stumpy tail that resembles a head. They measure less than 16 inches, 40 centimeters, so it would seem their babies wouldn't be so big. But on average, these animals give birth to newborns that have 35% of the female's body weight. Just imagine a human mother giving birth to a baby that weighed about 46 pounds or 21 kilograms. No wonder why this reptile can hardly move or breathe when the fetus is approaching full term. Number 11. Humans. And since we've just mentioned humans, let's give our species a shout out. According to Guinness, the greatest documented birth weight for a human is 22 pounds, 9.9 kilograms. That was recorded in the US in 1879, and the child measured 28 inches or 71 centimeters. Considering the size of the baby boy's mother and father, maybe this should have been expected. Each parent stood nearly 8 feet tall, 2.4 meters. Unfortunately, the child passed away 11 hours after he was born. Number 10. Cows. Generally, a human infant will weigh about 7% of the mother's weight. That ratio is roughly true for cattle or cows as well. Given that ratio, a 1,500 pound, 680 kilogram Holstein heifer would give birth to a calf that weighs around 105 pounds, 48 kilograms. That doesn't seem so impressive given how big these animals can get. What is impressive is the strong emotional bond that forms between the mother and her calf. If her offspring goes missing, the mother is known to walk for miles in search of it. Along with displaying complex emotions, cows and humans have a few other things in common, including the female's gestation period. It lasts about 280 days, similar to a human. Number 9. Horses. Regardless of the breed, a foal will always weigh about 10% of the mare's weight. In the case of a 2,000 pound, 907 kilogram draft mare, her foal would weigh around 200 pounds, 91 kilograms. After a gestation of about 11 months, the foal arrives with a small body and legs that are nearly as long as the adults. Within a few hours, it will be able to stand up and run with its mother. After nursing for around 10 days, the foal will start eating solid food and gain up to 4 pounds, 1.8 kilograms a day. Number 8. Giraffes. Here's a case of a birth that is big and tall. When infant giraffes drop into the world, they do so literally. The mum can stand around 17 feet tall, 5 meters, and she's on her hooves when giving birth. That means the baby falls at least 5 feet to the ground, 1.5 meters when it's born. Within an hour, the 150 pound, 68 kilo infant is already walking and measures about 6.5 feet tall or 2 meters. Within 10 hours, these critters are ready to run alongside their parents. If you're wondering if the long neck would make for a difficult birth, it doesn't. The animals' necks don't elongate until after they're born. Experts say it's a way that nature helps prevent any giraffe gaffes from occurring. Number 7. Hippos. These beasts are some of the world's largest land mammals. Only elephants and some species of rhino are bigger. Since they're semi-aquatic animals, it seems fitting that the mother gives birth underwater. The babies must swim to the surface to take their first breaths. At around 100 pounds, 45 kilograms, and measuring more than 4 feet, 122 centimeters, they have a lot of growing ahead of them. Adult specimens have been documented to weigh more than 7,000 pounds, or over 3.1 thousand kilograms. Calves will nurse on land or in the water. Wherever they are, they'll be well protected. Mother hippos are extremely protective of their young and will aggressively defend them. Number 6. Rhinos. There are 5 extant species of this animal, which are well known for their massive size and horns. The largest of them can weigh some 5,000 pounds, 2,400 kilograms, and measure 15 feet long, 4.6 meters. Females carry their calf up to 16 months. When the baby arrives, it weighs about 140 pounds, 64 kilos, and stands 2 feet tall, 61 centimeters. They can stand on their feet soon after birth and will start nursing within hours. After 10 days, it can eat solid foods. Like hippos, the rhino mothers will zealously guard their young. That's one of the similarities the animals share, although they're unrelated. Did you know that hippos are more closely related to whales? We included that fun fact because it helps to lead into our next segment. Number 5. Beluga whale. These marine mammals are known for being the only such critters that display an all-white coloration. It's one of their adaptations to the Arctic waters in which they thrive. Adults can weigh more than 3,500 pounds or 1,600 kilograms and measure 18 feet, 5.5 meters long. They're pretty large as newborns as well. Whale calves can weigh about 180 pounds and measure about 5 feet. They don't have the distinctive white coloring though. Calves will turn a darkish grey within a month, and it will take many years before the pigmentation fades completely. One thing that doesn't take long to develop is their ability to swim. They can do that right after being born. Number 4. Elephants. You know these beasts as the world's largest extant land mammals, with weights that can exceed 13,000 pounds or nearly 6,000 kilograms. They also have the longest gestation period of any mammal, at nearly 24 months. When calves show up, they will generally weigh about 200 pounds, 91 kilograms, and stand 3 feet tall or 91 centimeters. Larger sizes have been documented. Labor can last for several days. When the newborn arrives, it will fall a distance to the ground that matches its height, 3 feet. They're born blind but can stand up shortly after birth. Until it grows to adulthood, the calf will depend on its mother and upon the herd to protect it from predators. Number 3. Blue whales. At first glance, this would be an easy choice for the number 1 spot. The blue whale is regarded as the largest animal ever known to have existed on this planet. That's really an accomplishment considering some of the humongous critters that have inhabited the world. When this massive marine mammal gives birth, the offspring typically weighs around 6,000 pounds or 2,722 kilos and measures about 25 feet long, 8 meters. Maybe that's not such a shock though, considering the parents can measure nearly 100 feet long, 30 meters, and weigh around 380,000 pounds, 172 metric tons. Once born, the whale calves consume nothing but mother's milk, and they grow fast. Over its first year, the big baby will pack on 200 pounds, 91 kilograms every day. Number 2. Kiwis. The largest of these birds from New Zealand weighs a little over 7 pounds, 3.2 kilograms, and stands about 18 inches high, 45 centimeters. Hardly anything to brag about. But we're talking proportions here. Consider that the kiwi mum lays an egg that is about 25% of her weight. That would be like a 130 pound, 59 kilo female human giving birth to a kid that weighs more than 32 pounds or 15 kilos. Or in the case of the blue whale, the calf would weigh about 95,000 pounds or 43 metric tons. For the record, some sources claim that the kiwi's egg is actually half of the mother's weight, in which case our 130 pound human female would carry a child that weighed around 65 pounds, 29 kilos. Someone get that mum a bunch of flowers. Number 1. The paradoxical frog. While we've featured several large animal babies, this one is a unique case, which is why we saved it for last. It's the only known instance where the offspring are larger than their parents. Adults measure about 3 inches, 8 centimeters, but the tadpoles can be more than 3 times their size at 10 inches long, 25 centimeters. To use a human comparison, it would be like a 5 foot tall, 1.5 meter woman having a child that measured more than 15 feet, 4.6 meters. The South American amphibians with this unusual behavior were given the common name of paradoxical frogs. Shortly after hatching from normal-sized eggs, the tadpoles undergo a ferocious growth spurt. Over time, the animals will steadily shrink until they become adults. As for why and how the frogs undergo this metamorphosis is still unknown, but if you have any theories, let us know in the comments below. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button and click the bell for notifications for our next exciting episode right here on Epic Wildlife.